This is an oleander. Mid-April, started blooming some time ago, and then now the flowers just erupted, and you can see no matter what we do, they just fall every day. But it's a real pretty bloom. I trimmed the bottom half where the playhouse is. That was all filled in with branches. You know, much like this one right here. But I cleaned it up, gave it a crown, and all that energy went into, instead of the bottom half, went straight up top and turned into blooms, and you can see the results. The one right here by the shed behind it on the right, that is another oleander. It's a watermelon variety. I think that's what they're called just because of the redness of their flowers. Real pretty color. From far away you can't really see it. But yeah, that one. And just to give you an idea, this one right here, the watermelon, was barely at the fence line whenever we first got it. I'll include a picture. But look at it grow, you know, past the shed, up, 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 over the fence. And you can see, I'll back up. But there it goes. And this one, I think it's this one, I'm not sure, but right down here, there were 2 oleanders last season that I let grow to a pretty decent height. One I let grow to a pretty decent height. The other one, I plucked it out, and I'll show you. I put those at a different part of the yard. But you got your white oleander, watermelon. This one has had light pruning. This is the pink one. Light pruning, and you can see it does get flowers, just not as prolific. And then this one, it just rained last night, so you can see the water kind of weighs it down. This one is another red one. Those are the blooms. This one you can see it has a bunch of blooms on it. They just haven't burst. But they're gonna get food, a lot of food this season. And that one, the white one, you see how this has the bottom grown out? It was much like this one, but in proportion to its body, so it stuck out into the yard. And we needed more room for my daughter to play, so I took it upon myself to trim it. But over here is where we ended up planting the other. I have weeds to pull, so don't judge. But there's one baby oleander, and this is the tall one. So I don't know if it's white or watermelon. But there they are. They did find other spots in the yard, but you can trim them, hack them. They always come back. I live in Houston. Houston, Texas, and we don't get snow often at all, but one year, a couple of years ago, it froze. Not only did it freeze, it snowed enough to where it stuck on the ground. And this tree, the white one, was covered. I mean, all of them really were covered with ice. And we didn't do anything. And it dropped leaves, of course, but you can see it's still thriving. Didn't lose any of its height whatsoever. But not very many people come into my backyard, but those who do are really taken back by all the flowers here. Pretty cool. Right here and right there are red tip photinias. So those are above the fence line, giving me some privacy as well. So I don't know if you can see over there, there's a plot of land. That's all gonna be houses eventually. So if there's a 2-story house along this fence line, that fence line, there's a 2-story house over here. You know, hopefully that can help cover it, but we got this secret weapon right here. Chinese tallows. There'll be a separate video on them, but I got this tall one, that one, got a little baby one right there, another baby one right there, and this one. But anyhow, those are, from what I understand, grow 4 feet a year. So those are one's going right there, and then in between these, there's a walkway behind my fence. So a couple of them are going there, and they'll be above that fence line in 2 years.